Ever get the feeling like there's just this whole world of knowledge out there, like just waiting to be discovered?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, today we're going on a treasure hunt, kinda.
Okay.
We're unearthing these awesome Indian podcasts,
Real.
all about leadership and personal growth.
I like it.
Our map for this deep dive
Okay.
is this document called IAEPL 09.txt. It's like a curated list,
Yeah.
Someone put a lot of passion into it,
Yeah.
amplifying what they call bold, brave, and unapologetic voices,
I like that.
especially women's voices.
That's really interesting, This focus on women
Yeah.
in leadership and personal development,
Mm-hmm.
it really speaks to a larger shift in India,
Yeah,
These conversations are just becoming so important and they're finding these whole new audiences.
totally. And the variety's amazing.
Yeah.
We've got podcasts that make you rethink, like adversity,
Okay.
and then others that dive into the big questions,
Right.
the ones we kind of shy away from usually.
Yeah.
And then, we've got ones that celebrate like the everyday hero.
Right.
I think you'll find at least one that speaks to you.
For sure. For sure.
Okay, let's start with Ladies Who Lead,
Okay.
hosted by Aabha Bakaya.
Mm-hmm.
It goes beyond the typical success story.
Yeah.
It's about how they navigate challenges,
Right.
turn setbacks into fuel for growth.
I see.
One that comes to mind
Yeah.
is this leader who built this amazing business
Wow.
after a really tough personal tragedy. I was just like, wow, imagine turning that pain into something positive.
Yeah. It's powerful, right?
It is. And what's valuable for us as listeners?
Yeah.
It changes how we see challenges,
Right.
These stories are like a blueprint, showing that even with adversity, we can rise above, become stronger,
Totally.
more capable.
Be like a master class in resilience.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's switch gears to Say Again,
Right.
hosted by Amrita Tripathi. If Ladies Who Lead is about challenges.
This one's about confronting the big questions,
Okay.
the ones we usually avoid.
Yeah.
The document mentions things like wellness and empathy.
Those are great examples, and each of those goes so deep, you know?
Right.
Like with wellness, it's not just physical anymore. It's mental, emotional, even spiritual well-being.
All connected.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, next up is You and I,
Okay.
hosted by Rashmi Shetty.
Mm-hmm.
All about the unsung heroes, ordinary people doing amazing things.
I love that.
What got me in the document
Yeah.
is how Rashmi captures these small acts, showing how they create change,
Right.
whether it's someone helping their community
Yeah.
or following a passion against all odds.
Mm-hmm.
These stories remind us greatness is everywhere.
It makes you realize the potential in all of us.
Right.
It's easy to think you need a big title to matter.
Yeah.
But this podcast challenges that, reminds us we all have a story and something to give.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Okay, shifting gears again. We have the About Her show
Okay.
with Sangeeta Relan.
Mm-hmm.
This one amplifies marginalized voices,
Right.
people championing inclusivity and equity,
Powerful.
breaking down barriers,
Yeah.
working for a fairer world.
It's so important to hear those perspectives,
Yeah.
In a world that feels divided,
Mm-hmm.
these stories, they help build bridges.
Right.
And we see our shared humanity.
It's not just an ideal. It's
Mhm.
happening now thanks to these people.
Absolutely. It's striking as we go through these podcasts.
Yeah.
They each have a unique view on leadership and personal growth,
Right.
but they all empower people to create change.
Absolutely. And speaking of change, the About Her show,
Yeah.
it's so inspiring hearing about these people pushing for inclusivity and equity.
Yeah.
They're showing us what's possible
Right.
when we challenge things.
It's true.
The document doesn't give specifics about the challenges they talk about, but the emphasis on these voices
Yeah.
and their impact is powerful.
It is.
Makes you want to hear those stories.
What I find fascinating is amplifying those voices.
Yeah.
It's one thing to just listen,
Right.
but it's another to support them.
Mm-hmm.
We all have platforms,
Yeah.
even if they're small.
Right.
Using them to spread awareness
Yeah.
can really make a difference.
That's a great point.
Thanks.
It's not being a passive observer.
Yeah.
We all have a role in this.
Absolutely.
And that leads us to Attitude Makeover
Okay.
with Sowjanya Shetty. If you want practical advice
Yeah.
on changing yourself,
Okay.
this is it.
Cool.
It's like a toolkit for your mindset.
I like it.
Letting go of those beliefs that
Yeah.
hold us back, becoming more empowered.
What's interesting is the actionable steps.
Yeah.
It's not just inspiration.
Right.
It's giving you strategies.
To make actual change.
Exactly.
The document talks about setting goals. And it got me thinking, all those things I want to do,
Oh, yeah.
but keep putting off.
Like what?
Writing a book, learning a language, even just self-care.
Right.
This podcast is like a push to start.
It's about realizing we have the power to shape our own reality,
Totally.
embracing growth,
Yeah.
knowing change is possible.
I love that.
Yeah.
What I appreciate about all these podcasts is they don't just give information.
Right.
They make you want to act,
Take action.
apply what you learn.
And make a difference.
Exactly.
It's like they're creating new leaders. Not just the traditional kind, but leaders in their own lives.
Yeah.
It's a movement of change.
Starting with each person.
Powerful stuff.
And that's what's exciting about this deep dive.
Yeah.
We've barely scratched the surface
I know, right?
of Indian podcasts.
So much out there.
But even this glimpse
Yeah.
shows the power of storytelling. Diverse voices.
And the human spirit, it's inspiring, right?
It is. It really is.
How these podcasts show the ripple effect
Yeah.
of personal change
Yeah.
by growing ourselves.
Yeah.
We help create a better world.
So true. You know, as we wrap up this part, I'm left with this feeling of awe
I get it.
and possibility.
It's powerful.
It's all thanks to these podcasts we might not have known about.
I know.
These voices are out there
Just waiting.
with so much to offer.
It's amazing.
So as you keep exploring,
Yeah.
maybe find new ones.
Yeah.
Think about this.
Okay.
How can you apply these lessons, the stories, the insights?
Into your own life?
What inspiration will you plant?
That's a good question.
How will you become a catalyst for change?
In yourself and the world.
These are questions worth thinking about.
We'll be back soon with part 3.
To unpack more of these inspiring podcasts.
And the lessons they hold.
Welcome back to our Indian podcast Powerhouse Deep Dive. We've covered so much ground already,
I know, right?
exploring these podcasts.
It's amazing how much is out there.
But honestly,
Yeah.
it feels like we've only just scratched the surface.
I agree. It really shows you how vibrant and dynamic the Indian podcasting scene is.
It is. You know, through all these discussions,
Yeah.
I keep thinking about how these podcasts challenge,
What do you mean?
how we think about leadership,
Oh, interesting.
like what it really means.
It's not just about fitting into a certain mold, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not about climbing some corporate ladder.
No, it's so much broader than that.
It really is.
It's like they're saying anyone can be a leader, no matter what your job title is.
Exactly. Like in Ladies Who Lead.
With Aabha Bakaya.
Yeah, these women are redefining it
How so?
by turning adversity into growth
Right.
and inspiring others along the way.
That's powerful.
Then there's Say Again,
Hosted by...
Amrita Tripathi.
Yeah, right.
That one encourages us to be curious, to ask those tough questions.
The ones that make you think.
Yeah, the ones that lead to real change.
Both personally and for society.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you and I.
With Rashmi Shetty.
Yes. Reminds us that leadership can come from anywhere.
It's about potential, right?
The potential we all have.
I'm not limited by where we come from.
And the About Her show.
With Sangeeta Relan.
Yeah, shows us people leading the way.
For inclusivity and equity.
Using their voices for good.
It's about advocating for a better world.
And lastly, Attitude Makeover.
With Sowjanya Shetty.
That one helps us lead our own lives.
Right. With intention.
Yeah, to shape our own destinies.
It's amazing how they bring it all together.
What do you mean?
These podcasts, you know, they use personal stories and discussions and advice.
To show all the different sides of leadership.
It's like they're giving us a roadmap.
I like that, a roadmap.
Not just for being better leaders in the world.
But for being better people.
Yeah, more conscious, more caring.
More courageous.
I think the key takeaway for me is that leadership isn't about being in charge. It's more than that.
It's about helping others.
About connecting with people.
And making the world even a little bit better.
That's beautiful.
So as we finish up this Indian podcast Powerhouse Deep Dive, I want you to imagine something.
Okay.
What if everyone saw leadership this way?
Like, it's not about power.
But about making a difference.
No matter how small.
What would that world look like?
Wow, that's something to think about.
And what part will you play in making it happen?
Those are powerful questions.
I hope they stay with you.
They will for me, for sure.
And for everyone listening,
Yeah, we encourage you to explore these podcasts
find the ones that speak to you.
and see how they spark your own journey.
Until next time, keep those questions flowing.
And keep diving deep.